All right, so sometimes you're going to come to your mapping and you're basically looking at a field or the mapping's 2D and it's really poor, you can't do anything with it. In all these cases, you're going to have to manually design your system, all right? And it's not as difficult as you might think, to be honest with you. So in these instances, what you would do is end up coming up to this kind of mapping. You go to imagery and manual, and it will select the mapping type that's available to you. And then all you do is click that, click select, and it will come up. All right. But obviously that's pretty much unworkable. And I know this one's covered in trees. I've picked that for a reason. This is going to be the first of a couple of videos where I show you how to fully design a system, including the shading that's brought about by trees around the property. All right, so do bear with. You also need to have Google Earth open. This is the same property, believe it or not. So what we can see as well is there's no 3D image available at all as far as I can see. Oh, there is. There we go. It wouldn't work before. So we can see the height of these trees around the property, which is going to come in handy. We can also see it's a two-story building. All right. So you do need to start using all of the tools. We'll just flick back to 2D because what we want first is measurements. So what we've got, use the measuring tool on Google Earth. This is if you're visiting a property or you're not visiting a property and you're doing it online. You want the length of it. So 13.1, okay, always on side of caution is the measurement for that side of the property. We're going to have another measurement. We want to know what the width is. And it's around 10.8, 13.1, 10.8. What you would do in a lot of instances, this is a difficult property and I've chosen it on purpose. In a lot of instances, the properties are gable end, and all you need really is the gable end ridge and obviously corner to corner, and that'll do you for that. But this property is slightly different. So we've got those measurements. We're going to go back over to Open Solar, and we're going to use the tools that are available to us to build this system. So click on Tools. So on Manual, select. Sometimes Google Ground Imagery is better. I think we're having a malfunction. It's already selected it. Should be there. Should be absolutely fine. Open Solar is notoriously glitchy. Still not letting me. Maybe sometimes if you delete the mapping you have got available. There we go. Tools are available. So we're going to click on the hit proof. And as you can see, the guidance pops up, showing you exactly what to do. So as best you can with your eyes, it's awful, design the building. And it will automatically pop up with your image. Now, obviously, that's not perfectly accurate. You'll see that it pops up with the measurements, and we had 13.1. And that's actually correct, isn't it? With 10.8, 10.9, so that's fine. And that's an accurate representation of that property. The slope, again, you need to use a 3D imagery. I think it was a 30-degree slope. And as we saw from the property when we did have a scoot around, it was 2 stories. So that's the property built. Pretty accurate. Obviously, we've got to add the trees and everything, but that's how you're going to design a 2D property. In the next video, I'm going to show you how you add shading and panels and the effect that that has on the overall consumption and everything.